All right, so we are on 8-1. Okay, it's pages 105 to 106 in your book. Okay, and like I said, I really need you to lock in with me today. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, it's not terrible, but I really need you to pay attention. Okay, so yes, we're doing 1-digit quotients right now. Okay, so there's 2 things you need to know. Well, let's start with the first, actually. Let's just go one thing at a time. So we're going to start here with this. Okay, so this is our first problem we're going to do together. Now, we read this as 24 divided by 3. Okay, just leave it for now. We'll clean it up in a minute. All right, we do have to get it cleaned up, but stay with me right now. Don't lose me because you're trying to clean up your shelf. I need you with me right now.
4 divided by 3.
Okay, well then you can grab a lap desk and get closer to the board, right? And those of you who are not wearing glasses and should be, go ahead and put those on. Glasses, check.
We're not doing 3 divided by 25.
Okay, so we read this as 24 divided by 8. Whatever's in your little box here, that's what we say first, and that number is being divided by the number outside, right? Remember, these are our dividends and divisors, right?
I forget you said 24 divided by 8.
Sorry, I meant 3. 24 divided by 3. Thank you. Okay, so what we're trying to do here when we have our little box like this is we're just trying to figure out how many times can 3 fit into 24, okay? Now this one is a pretty easy one because there is an exact answer. Does anyone know how many times 3 does fit into 24? Joshua? 8 times. So we're going to write our 8 above the 4. Why wouldn't we write it above the 2? Because 3 doesn't fit into 2, right? And so technically, we would write a 0 up here, but we don't have to. We can just leave it blank. But we would skip that 2 and go to the 4, so we would take 24, right? 3 doesn't go into 2, but it does go into 24, and it goes in 8 times. So we would take 8 times 3. What was 8 times 3, Joshua?
8.
What was 8 times 3?
Oh, 8 times 3 is 24.
It's 24. So I'm going to write 24 down here. I'm going to subtract. What's 24 minus 24?
0.
0. So 8 is my answer.
No remainders.
Okay? But sometimes when we are dividing, our number won't go into our other number evenly, okay? And if it doesn't go in evenly, then we have to have something called a remainder. So let's look at this. Now, we already know that 3 goes into 24 evenly, which means we already know immediately that 3 is not going to go into 25 evenly, but let's do the work and see what we get, okay? So, here's the deal. What we want to do is we want to find out how many times 3 goes into 25 without going over 25, okay? Any guesses, Isaac?
I think 9.
Okay, so what is 3 times 9, Isaac?
25?
It's not 25.
Oh.
I see what you're thinking, right? But if 3 times 8 is 24, then 3 times 9 would have 3 more added to that. What's 24 plus 3?
27.
27. Is 27 going to fit into 25? No, meaning, but that means you know our answer. If 9 is too big, then what is going to go into 25 here? How many times can 3 go into 25 then, Isaac? 9 was too big.
7?
That might be too small.
8?
It's going to still be 8 times, right? Okay, so we still have our 8 here above the 5. Okay, and remind me, what was 3 times 8? Who can remind me what that was? Angelina?
24.
24, so I'm going to write my 24 down here, and I'm going to subtract. The difference is, this time, am I going to get 0 as the answer to my subtraction? No. What is 25 minus 24?
1.
Henry?
1.
1. Do I have anything else to divide by over here? Do I have any other? No, I'm done. Okay? So this 1 is what we call a remainder, and we write it as a lowercase r and then our 1. Okay, so our answer is 8, remainder 1. That means that we had 3 goes into 25 8 times with 1 left over. Let me draw you a visual picture to explain that, okay? So, what I'm doing here is I'm fitting 3 into 25 as many times as possible, right? So I'm going to draw myself a picture making groups of 3, because that's what I'm dividing by, right? So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That's one group, everyone agree? And that's 3 dots, okay? I'm going to keep drawing until I get to how many dots? Where do I want to stop? No, I don't want to stop at 8 dots. That's not enough. 25 dots is where I want to stop, right? I want to draw all 25 dots, so I'm going to just draw all 25. So I have 3 here. You can count with me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, now we split this up into groups of 3, yes?
Yeah.
So, I look here. Here's one group of 3. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's 2 groups of 3. Here's 3 groups of 3. Here's 4 groups of 3. 5 groups of 3. I'll make it unblurring in just a second. 6 groups of 3. 7 groups of 3. 8 groups of 3. And do I have another group of 3 here?
No.
No, I do not. So this 1 becomes my what?
Remainder.
Remainder, right? So I have how many groups of 3? 8. That's what I wrote over here, right? With how many remainders?
1.
1. That's what I wrote for my remainder, yes? Does that make sense with the picture? Does the picture help explain how we get 8 remainder 1?
Yes.
Does that help? Okay. So let's try a couple more, okay? And I will make this less blurry for you in just real quick, okay? And then we're going to try a couple more before I send you to your homework, all right? We're going to do a few of these to make sure we know what we're doing. Now, what'd you say? It is a little confusing, and unfortunately, in the next couple lessons, it's going to get more confusing. But with division, a big part is just memorizing the steps. And once you get the steps memorized, you just repeat them over and over and over again, kind of like with multiplication, right? You memorize the steps, and you just repeat them over and over and over. So let's try 27 divided by 6. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you, your multiplication tables are really helpful for this. Let me explain. Let me show you what I mean, okay? We can use our multiplication tables to really help us out, okay? So, I have 27 divided by 6. I want to figure out how many times 6 goes into 27 without going over, right? I can't go bigger than 27. That won't work, right? So, I'm going to take my multiplication table here, okay? Whoa, there we go. And I'm going to find 6. So I have 6 over here. Everyone see that? And I'm going to look until I find a number that can fit into 27 without going over. So 0, obviously. 6 is less than 27. 12 is less than 27. 18 is less than 27. 24 is less than 27. 30 is too big. Meaning I need to go back one. So 24 has to be what I'm working with here, right? 6 times what is 24? Well, I can clearly look at my multiplication table and see that it's 4. So, I'm going to write at the top here, 6 goes into 27 4 times. Ooh, that's way zoomed out now. I had to zoom out from a multiplication table, and then it made my problem really small. Okay? So 6 goes into 27 4 times. Now, to get our number down here, we just have to do 6 times 4. What is 6 times 4? We just looked at our multiplication table. What was it? Who can remind me? Emma?
24.
It was 24. So I'm going to write 24 here. And I'm going to subtract. Now, I can already tell by looking at it, am I going to get 0 as my answer here?
No.
No, I am not. Okay, so let me do my subtraction. What's 7 minus 4? 3. And 2 minus 2?
0.
0. So what does this 3 become?
Remainder.
My remainder, right? All right, a lowercase r and my 3. So my answer is 4 remainder 3. And if I want, I can once again check this with a picture. And I'm not going to draw a picture on every single problem that we do today together, but I am going to do one more picture just to give you a visual. So once again, I'm working with the number 6, and I need to draw 27 dots. And I'm going to draw those 27 dots in rows of 6s to make my picture easier to understand. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay? Then I can take a look at my groups here, and I'm grouping them into 6s, right? Because that's the number I have here. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one group of 6 right here. I have 2 groups of 6 right there. 3 groups of 6 right there. 4 groups of 6 right there. And can I make another group of 6? No, I have how many left over? 3. So those 3 become what? My remainder. So, does this picture match my answer up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 4 groups with 3 left over, right? 4 remainder 3, 4 remainder 3. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Henry?
What if you don't have a remainder? Do you write remainder 0 or just...
Nope, just like we did right up here, you don't need, if you don't have a remainder, then you can just circle your answer right there. You don't need to write a remainder. I'm almost done. Can you wait just a minute? Or do you need to go really bad? Okay, go quickly. Okay, so let's do just a couple more together. I'm going to make it less blurry for you real quick. The next one we're going to do, if you want to write it in, we're going to do 26 divided by 4. If you want to go ahead and write that in, I'll write it in just a second, make it less blurry. We're going to do 26 divided by 4.
I already figured it out.
Great. We'll do it all together in just a second.
I just figured it out.
Shh, it's okay. All right, 26 divided by 4. That means my 26 goes in the box, and my 4 goes outside the box, right? Okay, so 26 divided by 4. Okay, so once again, you can use your multiplication table to help you easily figure out how many times 4 goes into 26 without going over, right? You're going to go until you find a number that's bigger than 26, and then you're going to go back 1. So, does anyone want to tell me how many times does 4 go into 26 without going over? Sebastian?
6 times.
He says 6 times. Everyone else agree? Those of you that had your hands up, we all agree? Okay, so I'm going to write a 6 here. Okay, now remember, to figure out what number I write down here, I'm just going to multiply 4 times 6. What is 4 times 6? Henry?
4 times 6 is 24.
24, he says, and that is correct. And then I'm going to subtract to see if I have a remainder or not. Now, you probably can tell just by looking, am I going to have a remainder?
Yeah.
Yes, I am, because what is 26 minus 24?
2.
It is 2. That 2 becomes my remainder. Ooh, my bad. Now, again, if you wanted to draw yourself a little picture, you could. Is drawing a picture the best strategy all the time, though? No, because what if you had a division problem like 98 divided by 4? Do you really want to draw 98 dots? That's going to take you a really long time, right? okay? So I use the picture once or twice to show you what we're doing, but I wouldn't say it's your best strategy. Will it work? If you drew 98 dots and split them up into 4s, would you get the right answer? Yeah, you would, but it would take you a really long time, right? So that's probably not the strategy we want to go with. We want to really focus on learning this strategy because this strategy is what we're going to use to get us to even bigger division problems, like 3-digit or 4-digit numbers in here, right? Henry.
What if the number is like 48 and 56, and the number would be 52? They're the same length apart in numbers.
Wait, I don't understand the question. But if what's 48 and what's 52?
48. There's 48 and 56. In between those numbers is 52. What if it's 8 divided 52?
What? Hang on. I'm like, what problem are you trying to do? I'm a little confused on the.
Number 6, I was looking at the numbers.
8 divided by 52.
It would be 52 divided by 8, right? Is how we say it.
Yeah.
Okay? So, what do you mean? You would just tell me how many times 8 goes into 52 without going over. Right? So, how many times does 8 go into 52 without going over?
I know.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What can't you figure out?
I know.
I use a multiplication table
Okay.
to find either the exact number or the number closest to it.
Well, you don't want the number closest to it. You want a number that's not bigger than it. You want how many times can 8 go into 52 without going over. So even if they're the same distance apart, one of those numbers is too big, right?
Okay.
Can 8 go into 52
No.
7 times? That's too big, right? Okay? Let's actually try that real quick. I wanted to show you, I did want to show you 2 examples of how to check if you've made a mistake. So let's actually do that one right here. Okay? So 52 divided by 8. If I were to put, now you don't need to write these down because these are bad examples. Unless you want to write them down and then cross them out heavily, okay? Because these are examples of mistakes that you might make. But I want you to understand how to catch them, okay? So if we have 52 divided by 8, and we say, like Henry was saying, what if we put a 7 here? Okay? What is 8 times 7? What's 8 times 7? You can use your multiplication chart if you need to. What's 8 times 7?
I know.
Sebastian?
8 times 7 is 56.
It's 56. Can I do this subtraction problem here?
No.
No, I can't, right? 52 is smaller than 56. I can't do 52 minus 56. And so right away, this tells me, oh, hang on, I messed up somewhere because this subtraction problem won't work. So this, not good. Bad. Okay? Now, here's another mistake you might make. Yep, okay? What if I said that 8 goes into 52 5 times? Okay?
It does.
It does, but let me show you the mistake you're going to make here. What is 8 times 5?
40.
It is 40. Okay? So let me do my subtraction here. And I get 2 minus 0 and 5 minus 4, and I get 12.
Remainder 12.
No, because if this number, if your remainder is bigger than the number you're dividing by, then you made a mistake.
You mean multiplying?
I'm dividing by 8, right? Right? 52 divided by 8, yeah? So if my remainder is bigger than the number I'm dividing by, does anyone remember what number that's called?
Remainder, dividend.
Dividend or divisor? Are you confident on dividend?
Divisor.
I'm asking you, are you confident?
Divisor.
No.
Dividend.
No, it is divisor. Alright, it is divisor. You got it. So, if your remainder is bigger than your divisor, you did something wrong, because that means 8 can fit into 12 down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if 8 can fit into 12, it could fit into 52 one more time, or at least one more time, right? So this is also wrong, Okay, if your remainder is bigger than your divisor, you need to go back and check something because you did something wrong, okay? So there's two mistakes you could make. If you're not able to do your subtraction problem, then you need to go back and check your work. Or if your remainder is bigger than your divisor, you need to go back and check your work, okay? Let's do one more together, and then I'm going to have you do one on your own, okay, to check, to make sure you know what you're doing. So let's do 33 divided by 4. And on this one, I'm also going to show you there is a way to check your work to see if you did it right. You can go back and check your own work. Okay, so I'm going to show you that on this one. All right, but let's do the problem first. So we have 33 divided by 4. Who can tell me, you can use your multiplication chart, look at it, make it easy. How many times can 4 fit into 33 without going over? How many times can 4 fit into 33 without going over? I want to hear from someone I haven't really heard from yet. I've heard from you two a few times already. Okay?
I would be answering a lot, it's just I don't have my multiplication. You can use mine.
Okay. What you got, Isaac?
8.
Isaac says 8. I would agree with that. We're going to write an 8 here. Okay? And Isaac, what was 4 times 8? Because we need to know that to write our number under the 33.
32.
It's 32. So we can subtract here, right? And when we subtract, what do we get? What's 33 minus 32, Abigail? What? What?
The same thing, yes.
Oh. What's 33 minus 32? Shh. What? No. What's 33 minus 32? 1. There we go. Okay. So this 1 becomes my what?
Remainder.
Remainder 1. So 8 remainder 1 is my answer. Now, I can check my work. Does anyone know how I can check my work on this? Does anyone know how I can check my work on this? Anyone want to take a guess? Hazel, you want to take a guess? Well, you could draw the dots, but there's another way you can check without drawing a picture. Joshua, you going to give it a go? We are going to do some multiplication here, okay? So, we're going to start by taking, let me get some different colors here. We're going to start by taking our divisor and our whole number answer, and we're going to do 4 times 8,
32.
which we said was 32, right? And then we have to add our remainder, right? So we'll do 32 plus our remainder,
1.
and we should get
33.
our dividend. We should get 33. Do those match up?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay? So you would do your your divisor times your answer plus your remainder. Okay? And if you do that, you should get your dividend. Okay? So to check your work, you would do divisor plus answer. Oops. Oh, my bad. That should be times answer. Wrong thing. Sorry. Going out of order. Divisor times answer plus remainder.
Quotient.
And that should equal, yes. I guess it. Way to go. Look at you guys using the math terms. I'll change it. I appreciate that. I like the math terms. We'll change it to quotient.
Why is it times quotient?
Okay, plus remainder, and that should equal your dividend. Okay? So divisor times your quotient plus your remainder equals your dividend. So if you want to check your work, you can check your work this way. And if that all works out, then your work would be correct. If you get the right answers here, if everything matches up, then that would be correct. Okay, you're going to try one by yourself before I send you to do your homework, okay? I will tell you what your homework is first so that you know what you're doing once you're done, but you have to get the check from me first. So, once you do this problem, so don't start your homework yet.
What is the problem?
I'm going to tell you the problem in just a second, but let me give you your homework first.
42 divided by 7.
Your homework is going to be pages 105 to 106 all.
So every single question.
Uh-huh. I know it seems like a lot, but they really are not, they're not going to take you that long. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to be able to zoom through these pretty quick. And it's really important that you get this strategy down, these steps down, because we're going to be using them for all of chapter 8 and beyond. And 8 is a long chapter. So yes, I know that's a lot of problems, but I really need you to memorize these steps and get used to this because we're going to just add on to them as we move forward through the chapter. Okay, so I really want you to learn the steps. So I'm giving you a lot of problems to practice. Okay, the problem I want you to do on your own real quick is 14 divided by 6. I would like you to do 14 divided by 6. When you think you have the answer, I will come around and give everyone a check. When you think you have the answer, raise your hand. I will give you a check. Okay? And then once you get a check mark, you can get started on your homework, which, reminder, was 8-1, pages 105 to 106, all.